Well, it will be meetings after meetings at Vibgyor High today. The group of students will be meeting the school management for the first time at 11 this morning. Now, following this meet, another group of parents, basically two different groups, will sit down and talk amidst themselves to arrive at a conclusion. In fact, we have seen in the past few days how the Home Minister, the Education Department, the Education Minister have had meetings with the parents, with the school management. And we also saw that the day yesterday in the evening when the parents met the Education Department, how they actually broke down. It's not easy for the parents to actually come to terms with what has happened. They are in a fix. Basically, they do not want their students, their kids, to stay at home and while away their times. On the other hand, they are not too sure if it's safe to send their kids to school. Now, yesterday, the management also had a meeting with the Education Department. The Education Minister, Kimmanne Ratnakar, actually came out and stated that the schools will reopen. Now, there were different reports coming in that schools would reopen tomorrow, that is today. Other reports came in that the schools would reopen on Monday. But as of now, the school is still closed. A meeting will be held at around 11 o'clock between the parents and the school management, and thereafter at 1, another meeting will be held between two different groups of parents who are spearheading this fight to keep schools safe for children, not just in the city but all over the state. Now, even though not many protests are taking place outside the school premises, police personnel are there in huge numbers. In fact, the entire school has been turned into a mini fortress. Now, this was especially after first the parents stormed in and destroyed furniture. Thereafter, we saw on Monday how ABVP activists also wanted to storm in, and the clash that ensued between the ABVP activists and the police. So the police are now taking any chances, come what may. They are still guarding the school in huge numbers. In fact, even yesterday morning, after taking over the post of the new Bangalore City Police Commissioner, M.N. Reddy visited the school. He was basically given a tour of the entire school. The investigating officer also showed him what really happened, how it happened, where the investigations have proceeded so far, what sort of information they have. And he also had an informal meeting with a group of parents inside the school itself. We came out stating that the parents want certain measures to be put in place before they can actually send their kids back to school, increase CCTVs. And also, there's no use of having CCTV cameras if they don't function. In fact, out of the 23 odd CCTVs in the school, only few of them are functioning. Now, we have with us a parent, Major Aditi. Major Aditi, first of all, can you tell us, this is the first time that the parents will be meeting the management. What exactly might just happen? What are the demands of the parents?
I think over the last couple of days, the parents have been continuously trying to catch up with the management. Today at about 11 o'clock, the parents are actually seeking the management as to what are the steps forward. But first and foremost, the most important thing is that are we really forgetting about what exactly happened and what we all stood for? So one of the demands of the parents is going to be that what happened to the case, which is the current issue at hand, and where is the justice? So these are certain things that is going to hold prime importance, is my understanding. And of course, yes, safety and security measures all across India is of course the priority that is on today. And this is probably the meeting that is happening today in school at 11 with the school management.
Okay, and you also, it's also stated that there's another meeting that will be held at 1 o'clock. Can you give us more information on that?
I'm sorry, I'm outside, so I'm unable to hear you.
Major Aditi, you stated that there would be another meeting at 1 to me earlier. Can you give us more information on that particular meeting?
Yes, so this meeting is with a group called Fighters, which we are all a part of, and we are taking a stand. And while our child is not with WebCure, but we support this cause, and the volunteers of WebCure, which is the VOV group, have invited us to kind of be a part of it and understand how we can take it from there. And which is happening in the school premise after the parents meet up with the WebCure management school authorities. So we'll get a little understanding of how we need to take this forward. And of course, something which has really come to my light just a while back, just before I got on air, is that to my understanding there have been parents who have got some fake ID cards, and I believe they have met up with the management authorities or the commissioner and actually demanded that let the school reopen. And I believe there is a lady who has been trying to contact us, and she's been in tears. And so this is quite. I'm sorry, I will not be able to bring that parent out in open, and I won't be talking about it. And yeah, so here it is, and I'm a little taken aback right now, and I would be putting this point across to the WebCure parents to do a thorough check and the management as to how these parents are actually who are not even, probably they are hired from the PR or whatever, I'm not sure about these allegations, but how is it that you're actually going to the commissioner and the management and just not seeking anything but reopening of the school? No, that is exactly not what we are looking at.
Major Aditi, the Education Minister, Kimanne Ratnakar, stated that the school would reopen. Now, the big question among everybody is that only one of the accused has been caught. Another one is still over there. So how is the management and the minister now coming out with a statement that the school will be reopened when the case is still going on? One of the accused is still lurking around there.
I don't think it is. I don't even consider that only one is left. I would probably say that there are a couple of them who were directly or indirectly involved. I mean, why are we just talking about the guys who did the heinous act? Why are we missing the bigger point here? What about the IAM? What about the people who were involved indirectly, the teachers? And what about the nursing staff or the doctor to say? So where are these people? Why are we not even talking about it? Now, if the education minister has said that we are reopening the school, I would presume that probably these are the points that would have also come from the parents whose children are there in the school as of now. I empathize with them. I do surely relate to where they come from. However, but this is something that is much required, that the school needs to understand that once and for all, get those guys behind the bars, get this closed. For God's sake, it's a child. We're not even talking about the child who's facing this. So for God's sake, parents, get together. Whether WebCure, not WebCure, get together, get this to justice. Tell the education minister to take a very, very stringent action. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I hope they all will be taken to task.
Right, Major Aditi, thank you very much for speaking to News9 and sharing your views with us. In fact, at around 11 o'clock, a group of parents will be meeting the school management. Thereafter, at 1 o'clock, it's known as volunteers of WebCure. At one group of parents will be meeting another group of parents, which is known as Fighters. Now, these are parents not belonging to WebCure, but other private schools in the city. Now, they will all be sitting together and trying to decide what's to be done next, because like the parent over here just spoke, Major Aditi, she said it's not about reopening the school. It's about justice being denied to them because one of the accused has been arrested. What about the others there? Another accused or accused are still lurking around. What about the ayah? What about the doctor? What about the school management? Why no action has been taken against them? Those are the big points that they would be discussing now. In fact, she also stated that there are a group of parents, also a few parents, who are not actually parents or who do not belong to the school. Allegations are they are being hired by the school through a PR organization to go and meet the commissioner and the minister and basically try and solve the issue. In fact, it will be meetings after meetings at WebCure High today. The group of parents will be meeting the school management in less than an hour. In fact, in the next 45 minutes, we are told that this should happen. We'll get some more information from my colleague Deepak also on this, who will be tracking this story. Following this meet, a group of parents, basically two different groups, one belonging to Vibgyor and the other belonging to various other schools in the city, will sit down and talk amidst themselves to arrive at a conclusion as to what's to be done next. Well, in fact, this is the question that we are asking News9 viewers. Wake our sleeping Chief Minister and tell him that rape is the only news in his state. You can share your views with News9. Call us on the numbers that are flashing on your screen. If you can't call us, you can also send us a text message. Well, you heard what the Chief Minister yesterday had to state. He asked a reporter, a woman reporter basically, if there are no other issues for the private media channels to cover other than rape. Now, unfortunately for the Chief Minister, who keeps dozing off for his entire government, which is in a deep slumber, he does not know what exactly is happening around in the state. Rape or rape incidents increasing by the dozen.
Rape. This is the only news you are having?